Toy Story 4 is an animated adventure comedy from Disney Pixar and is the fourth entry in the Toy Story franchise. It sees the return of many favorite characters from the franchise along with new ones. Once again, it features the voices of Tom Hanks as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear, and Annie Potts as Bo Peep. Amongst the new characters, there's Tony Hale as Forky, Christina Hendricks as Gabby Gabby, Keegan-Michael Key as Ducky, Jordan Peele as Bunny, and Keanu Reeves as Duke Kaboom. Following the events of Toy Story 3, all Andy's toys have now been passed on to Bonnie, who makes a new toy called Forky. The problem is that Forky doesn't believe he's a toy, and it's now up to Woody and the gang to convince him of his importance to Bonnie. The first Toy Story came out in 1995, and it was the first feature-length film to be entirely computer animated. It was Pixar's first feature film, and they haven't looked back since that path-breaking film. Toy Story 2 and 3 were also exceptional, taking the story to greater emotional and narrative heights to create a near-perfect trilogy. So when Toy Story 4 was announced, I wondered if this was a cash grab. How could Pixar possibly build on the story any further? Well, I'm happy to tell you that Toy Story 4 not only builds on the legacy of the previous 3 films, but also adds to it. This is really quite a narrative feat, and due credit goes to the writers here because the story is what drives the film onwards and upwards. A majority of the narrative works around Forky, the new toy who becomes sentient and struggles with his existence. After all, he's a spork whose purpose is to be a utensil that's to be thrown away after 1, maybe 2 uses. So he's thoroughly confused about pretty much everything, especially why he needs to be a toy. But Woody knows precisely what that means, and he makes it his personal mission to convince Forky about what's so special about being someone's toy. The story focuses more on this angle and brings back Bo Peep, who wasn't seen in Toy Story 3, and that's explained here. The new characters also take center stage in this story, but that doesn't mean the old gang is left behind. They all have their moments too. The voice work is outstanding as usual, with Tom Hanks bringing so much heart to Woody. In many ways, this film is about Woody's journey. He's certainly come a long way from being an insecure toy, and trusts Tom Hanks to capture all the nuances of the character. Forky becomes an instant favorite with Tony Hale giving him a skittish yet innocent persona. Bo Peep, or Bo, really surprised me in this film. She's moved on from being Woody's girlfriend onto something far more interesting, and the performance by Annie Potts makes her truly remarkable. And coming in a close second as a new favorite is Duke Kaboom, voiced by the man of the moment, Keanu Reeves. Kaboom is not only hilarious but also infused with a relatable backstory that explains his personality. Keanu Reeves doesn't disappoint in this role at all. Gabby Gabby is completely unexpected as a character. I won't say anything more about her, but she really surprised me. There's ample comedy in the film, and some memorable funny moments come from the unlikeliest places. You need to pay attention in this film because there's stuff going on in the background that you may just miss. But most importantly, the story is touching and heartwarming with an extremely relevant message here about existentialism. Yes, this is an animated film that kids will enjoy, but you would have to have a heart of stone if you aren't moved by the core themes it brings up as an adult. Truly amazing stuff. I'm going with 4.5 stars for Toy Story 4. Look, this film didn't need to exist. But not only does it justify its existence, it also builds on the legacy and uplifts the entire series as a whole. The animation is photorealistic, and you forget you're watching a computer-generated film. This entry makes Toy Story 4 a near-perfect quadrilogy in one of the best franchises of all time. That's quite an achievement for an animated film series. Guys, let me know what you think about Toy Story 4 below, and as always, keep watching It's Entertainment only on Mirror Now. You first.